Yo, JD here, Limitless, and as you can see, we're at Russia, Sochi today. A new track, brand new track for the F1 games, and this is a track I absolutely love. I love driving this track just due to the nature of it, the flow. It just feels good when you do a really good lap round here. But unfortunately, as you'll see by the length of this video, I'll be doing 2 laps today. The first lap's a clean lap, a pretty competitive clean lap, I feel, in my opinion. And the second lap is pretty dirty, and you'll be able to see the advantage gain. But as usual, starting the lap, make sure you get the best exit possible before starting the lap. There's no DRS sign early, as like with most tracks. You have to wait a little bit as you go up through the gears. So 7th gear, getting the DRS sign there. And for this first corner, you want to be braking as soon as you go past the curb. So as soon as you go past the curb there, you will go down to 2nd gear. Make sure you try and clip that first curb. Clip the exit curb as well, but you've managed to not cut it, which is quite nicely. And for this, completely flat out, try and do a nice late apex for this corner. Just before the curb starts on the left of this corner, you'll go down 3rd gear, clip the curbs again. And for the next right-hander, 3rd gear as the curb starts on the left, that's your braking point. For this, you want to go in slow in, fast out. It's quite easy to get on the throttle too early there. For this, as soon as the curb starts on the left, that's your braking point, go down to 3rd. Clip the curbs nicely again. As soon as you go underneath the shadow, that's your braking point and turning in point. Stay about middle of the track to avoid losing traction. And for this, look for the black box on the right. As soon as you go past that, go down to 3rd gear for this corner. And look for the DRS sign, because it's quite easy to miss around here. Getting the DRS. You want to go up to 7th gear, not 8th gear, because it's just not really necessary to go down the gears. Look for the black box on the left. As soon as you go past that, go down to 2nd. Hold it to the middle of the track. As soon as you get the car straight, hold it in 2nd again. And for this, go up to 4th. As soon as the car's straight there, that's your braking point. Turn in again for this left. Short shift to 3rd to avoid losing wheel spin. And for this 2nd to last corner, as soon as the curb starts on the left there, go down to 3rd gear. And just before the shadow for this last corner, go down to 3rd again, and then make your way over the line. And we've managed to do a 1:38.5, which, as you can see, the lap was pretty, I would say it's pretty clean. Pretty solid lap. I haven't really seen that many people do a 37 online so far from who I've raced against, and I think I couldn't really go too much quicker than that. I probably could go maybe 2 temps, maybe a few temps quicker than that, clean. But overall, I thought that was a pretty good lap. But this lap you'll see here is not actually a completely outrageous corner cutting lap, but you'll be able to see even with the minor corner cuts and just trying to. You'll just see how much time you can gain over the course of the whole lap. So this first corner, braking roughly about the same point, but for this you can just completely straight line that 2nd corner, completely flat out as usual for the left. And for this next right-hander, you'll see again a similar braking point, but the turning in point's a lot earlier, and you can completely just straight line and extend this corner. It's an absolute joke, really. Completely going out wide to get the best possible entrance for this corner, not actually extending it, funny enough. And for this corner, is it going to be the same as my last lap? Yeah, that's pretty bad in the exit there. This corner is actually pretty clean and pretty good, actually. I was trying to corner cut this for a demonstration, but I've actually managed to nail it quite nicely there. In this corner, using a bit too much of a track for the entry and exit as well. And for this, you can't really corner cut this corner because the curb just is literally like a mountain. You end up doing a barrel roll if you try and do this. So this corner will probably be the same as my last lap. Yeah, pretty good corner. This, you can't really cut this one, but the last 2 corners especially, you can gain a lot of time. And can't exactly remember what my sectors were last lap, but I wouldn't be surprised if I was quite a bit up at the moment. And for this last 2 corners, you can cut and extend these quite badly. So you're going off the track for the entrance, completely off the track for the last corner, cutting the last corner, going off the track again. And we've done a 37.4, which is pretty ridiculous. That lap was dirty, but I think you can exaggerate a lot more. So I think a 36 is very easily possible, which is actually the same, within the same second of the time trial time. So you can see how much an advantage you can gain around this track by doing that. But as for the setup though, 1-1 wings, pretty predictable really. The long straights, you just need it, otherwise you'd be a sitting duck on the straight. And the corners are mostly high speed, so as long as you can keep the momentum up, I feel that's the best wing setting for me. 47.53 high small, same as usual. 711 balance. I just feel with the high speed, most of it is actually just flat out, so you don't really need a low balance. You can even up the balance if you want, but I just feel it's a good compromise between initial turning and just having that low grip, high speed grip anyway. 11.1, 11.11, 11.1 for the straight line speed obviously, and 11.11 just gives me just a better rear stability. Around this track, it just seems to be quite low grip, especially on traction. Even for the pad, it seems to be quite low grip. So the 11.11 on the rear, it just seems to be optimal for me. And as for the alignment, just the same as usual. So that's a lap of Sochi. The first lap I did, I feel, was a pretty competitive lap, and the second lap was just showing that I really don't think it could be used in league races, because you can just, even with those minor cuts that we did, like, they didn't even look absolutely outrageous, and you could see the time of game. We gained 1.1 seconds, so we've still, I feel, quite a lot more time to find by doing those cuts. So I really, really love the track, but unfortunately, I just don't think it will work in league racing. But nevertheless, hopefully my lines, my setups and braking points, and just my general driving helped you out. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it. Let me know what track you want to see next. I'm thinking maybe Brazil or Malaysia, because quite a few people have been asking for that. But as always, thank you for the support, and I'll see you next video. Cheers.